Welcome back everyone to another NRG, back onto the Atari ST, and this is obviously one of my favourite games back from the day, Beyond the Ice Palace by Elite Systems, and with this very lovely familiar music, plays lovely on the Amstrad, plays just as nice on the ST, probably a little bit better as well, considering they do share the same sort of musical capabilities in a lot of ways. Obviously graphically this is going to be enhanced quite a bit with the 16-bit machine. But its presentation is pretty much identical. Its level layout, I think, is pretty much identical as well. Behaviour of the enemies is slightly different, but we'll go through that as we go through the first level. So we have the story of the ancients giving the blessed arrow to one of the simpletons in the woods to go on the quest to save something or other, medieval, fantastical, something along those lines. Anyway, it's a nice bit of music. David Whittaker, I believe, composed this music, and this was released in 1988. So yeah, in the sort of like middling years of the ST, I want to say that, early to middling years. It's a nicely done game, but there are reasons why I prefer the Amstrad version over the ST version, and we'll go into that as we play them. And it's all to do with game, not to do with visuals. Visually, I think this is very lovely. I think it looks really nice. And the really quality animation is there as well. I'm sorry, I'm letting the music play because I do that. Here we go. Go to the title screen, or the menu screen, should I say. The summon spirit actually is actually little more effective in the ST version than the Amstrad version as well, and the Spectrum version as well. Funnily enough. But again, it's another one of those sort of foibles of the ST version. As you can see, the animation. Very nice and very quick, a lot quicker than the Amstrad version, or any of the 8-bit versions, to be fair. Much more rapid. So the hero sprite there, still with his wavy hair, very good. The weapons sort of behave slightly differently as well, only ever slightly. You can, especially with the chain weapon, the mace weapon, which I've got, is you git. And them little blue demons appear so quick in this as well. You only got to sort them out early doors. I do like the backgrounds in this. So you don't get that in the Amstrad version. You don't get the backgrounds sort of like so vivid and sort of like bringing a little extra depth to the level, which is really nice. Hey, very similar in appearance. Very, very similar in appearance. Colour scheme is almost identical as well. And you've got the lovely little particle shatter effects when you kill the enemies, which is nice. That guy's hit me again. And when you lose a life, you have a spirit disappear off. But like I was saying, the weapons behave slightly differently in this. So the best weapon I've got is the mace weapon. It has this arcing sort of shape to it when you throw it. It does that in the Amstrad and the Spectrum version, but this really does seem to miss things very easily. And you can't seem to dodge other weapons that are on lower platforms like you can on them versions either. You have to sort of like work your way out, and this is the way you do it. Sort of climb over the top and jump. And I should miss the dagger, yeah, because I want the dagger. The dagger is extremely weak. And it seems even more weaker in the ST version as well. But here we go. We're going to set the spirit alive. No, completely missed. You see, that is a thing that's really annoying. It would normally hover around the top there, but because I'm scrolling up so fast, the spirit sort of just went down, bang, gone, and it was just disappeared before you even were even there. Level 1 I can get out of town pretty quickly. It's quite easy and straightforward, but then things start getting ridiculously more difficult in level 2. For instance, the end of level boss, this guy, he's easy as hell. I mean, crikey almighty, I mean, that is so easy. However, level 2 is far, far more difficult. I mean, it's more difficult in the Amstrad version, the Specky version, but the thing is, I think it's just too difficult now. The movement, you've got to be really, really careful with your movement because it's so quick and nippy. Very, very quite hypersensitive in a lot of ways. There are some positions where you find yourself where you can't actually hit the enemies either, which is kind of a bit annoying. These guys are, axed in the back of the head, lovely. But yeah, presentation-wise, I think it's quite fine. And I say visually, it's got that obviously ghosts and goblins sort of look to it. A bit Thundercatty, obviously, because of its history, as we all should be aware of. I suppose that animation on the main sprite, because of the speed of it, it seems to just go amiss now. I mean, it doesn't look as slick and as smooth as it does on the 8-bit versions. Maybe that's just me. But I love the fact that you've got the music playing as well as the sound effects during game. That's a lovely little touch. That's something that would have benefited the 8-bit versions for sure. They've got effects only in that. And like I said, some of the detailing in some of the weapons and the enemies especially, I think the enemies are much well improved when it comes to the way they look. And you can certainly sort of like make them out a lot more clearer. Especially these little blue demon things. Oh, yellow thing with the green jacket. Never understand what the hell it is. Some sort of troll monster. Let's go and get it. Still destroy them in the same way. It's over really quickly though. I mean, things move on at a rapid pace. Don't want that. You don't want that. That's the sort of glow sword thing. Let's jump on this platform here. They move really quick. As you can see, you've got to get your jumps really spot on, or that happens, and you fall to your doom. You've got a few seconds of invulnerability when you respawn. Again, not enough lives. Everyone thought that the Amstrad version. I mean, there was a bit of a debate about whether this game was too easy or too hard. I always thought it was like somewhere in the middle. It was hard in places and too easy in other places. I think the ST version again just mirrors that mantra. It's so first level's pretty simple stuff going on. Second level much more complicated, much more difficult with the amount of enemies on screen, especially at the upper levels. We get to the top in a minute, and the amount of bats and demons flying around at the top is ridiculous, and you can't really do much about it. I've got some spirits, but again, the spirits are pretty useless in this version of the game. They don't really do a lot. They might hit 1 or 2 enemies, but that's about it. No, see, cock that jump up as well. Pixel perfect jumping required here. Okay, not so. Where have I got to do now? I've got to jump down here. Oh, that was a good shot, wasn't it? Fell on the moving platform. Should have gone down the ladder there. We're going to see if we can get to the end of their boss at least and call it there. Like I say, the music really nice still. The effects are pretty good. They kind of get hidden a lot by the music playing in the background, which is, I suppose, a side effect of that. A lot of the sprites look like little comical clown faces at the top there. They don't look like sort of like evil god sprites and spirits anymore, should I say. They've lost that sort of aura about them. Gold clown faces. They look like they look like Japanese masks, don't they? That's what they look like. That guy shot me with a great big spiky ball. Now, that's what you don't want on Sunday afternoon. See this dagger? Look at this dagger. Look, it's rubbish. It just chucking this dagger. It's very rapid fire, but takes so many to destroy these enemies. And that's another thing. When you're firing your weapon, I noticed there was a slight input delay going on sometimes when. Oh god, that was awful. There was a slight input delay going on sometimes when you sort of rapidly press and then all of a sudden you stop firing, and then you got to stop firing and then start firing again for your weapon to be deployed. Now that doesn't happen in other versions either, so that's annoying. Maybe because it's just chucking out. See that sprite? Well, no, did that spirit do anything? Not a lot, did it? I mean, look at all the spiders, the demons, all this up here, and that spirit did nothing, and I completely mashed that up. See? Set my second spirit there, and they're still there. And that's game over. There you go. So it's decidedly tough. I think it's tougher than the 8-bit version, certainly. It is still very enjoyable and still got the really nice presentation and aura about it. Lovely music still. But not one I would return to much like I would do with the Amstrad version. But, you know, it's still a decent port. Certainly graphically an improvement. Anyway, thank you for watching Beyond the Ice Palace. And I'll see you next time. Novabug, out. Hey, Novabug here. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please support the channel by liking and commenting, and of course subscribing if you haven't already done. If you would like to support me further, please consider joining my Bug Army via Patreon. And also don't forget to follow me over at Facebook, Twitter, BitChute and Twitch. And finally a very special mention to my Bug Army generals Sam M, Sweet Nanook and Craig Harrison. Thank you everyone for supporting me. Novabug, out.